Okay, let's talk about something that I'm pretty sure we all do. Overthinking. You know, that endless loop in your head? We're going to dive into how to quiet that inner monologue and find a little bit of mental peace, maybe by looking at the whole problem in a completely new way.
So first up, let's get right into it. How do we get caught in this frustrating cycle in the first place? Let's call it the overthinking loop. I mean, seriously, have you ever noticed that? It's almost never the huge, life-altering decisions that really get us stuck. No, it's the tiny, little things that our brain just grabs onto and refuses to let go of. Things like a simple text message you sent. Did it sound okay? Was that the right emoji to use? Oh man, should I have added another sentence? Maybe I should have just not sent it at all. Or, some minor choice you made earlier today. Did you get the right brand of coffee at the store? Was taking that shortcut to work actually a bad idea? And the classic, a totally harmless conversation that you now have playing on a constant loop. You're analyzing every single word, every pause, just creating this storm of endless mental noise. So why? Why does our brain do this to us? Well, we might tell ourselves we're just being thoughtful or, detail-oriented. But what if there's a different diagnosis? What if all that thinking is just fear in disguise? This idea right here, this is such a powerful reframe. We really like to think that overthinking is a sign that we're smart, right? We're just considering all the angles. But what if it's not about intelligence at all? What if, most of the time, it's just our fear dressing up in a suit and pretending to be productive thought? This quote really it hits the nail on the head. Our brains evolved for one primary reason: survival. Your mind's job is to scan the horizon for threats and keep you safe. Its goal is protection, not peace and quiet. So what does it do? It imagines just countless possible futures, most of which, by the way, will never happen. And it treats every single one like it's a real, immediate threat that you need to solve right now. It's basically its protective mechanism stuck in overdrive. And that protective instinct, it feeds into something we can call the certainty trap. And this trap, well, it's the engine that keeps that whole overthinking cycle running on repeat. And this is absolutely crucial. The problem isn't the thinking itself. It's the kind of thinking. It's thinking without clarity. We get lost just churning through thoughts, wandering around in a mental fog instead of actually finding a clear path forward. So this is the trap. The whole cycle kicks off when our protective brain demands certainty about that text, about that choice, about that conversation. But here's the thing. The world just doesn't offer 100% certainty. And so our mind just keeps spinning and spinning, looking for an answer that honestly just isn't there. Okay, so if that's the problem, what's the solution? Well, the good news is it's probably simpler than you might think. It all starts with giving yourself permission. This is such a simple but incredibly powerful idea. A lot of the time, we feel like we're just at the mercy of our thoughts, like we have no say. But we actually have control over where we place our focus. You can literally give your mind permission to just stop. I really want you to let this one sink in for a second. Your attention is like a spotlight, right? And you get to choose where you aim it. Just because some random thought pops into your head doesn't mean you have to give it the stage. You can just notice it and let it pass on by. And in that same spirit, not every question your mind comes up with needs an immediate answer. It is perfectly okay to just say, you know what, I don't know right now, and just sit with that uncertainty for a bit. That is how you escape the certainty trap. So all of this leads to one final, really practical tool. It's one simple question you can ask yourself in the moment to break that cycle for good. The next time you feel yourself getting pulled into that vortex of overthinking, I want you to just pause. Just for a second. Take a breath. And then ask yourself this one simple question. Is this helping me, or is it just noise? This question, it's like a filter. It instantly helps you figure out the difference between productive problem solving and that useless, fearful static in your head. Is this actually helping, or is it just noise? So, I'll leave you with this to think about. What's one simple thing you've been overthinking lately? And when you think about it, is that thought actually helping you, or is it just noise?